Hello students, this is the second part for the numerical part of cost of capital. In this video, we will see the cost of preference share and cost of equity. First question is for irredeemable preference shares. The question says the company issues 10% irredeemable preference shares. Face value per share is 100, but the issue price is 95. Now we have to find the cost of this preference share in two cases. If the issue price is 95 and if the issue price is 105. We have seen earlier that cost of preference is equals to preference dividend divided by issue price of the preference share. Right? So preference dividend is 10% redeemable preference share. So it will be 10. Dividend will be 10 divided by first issue price, that is 95. Dividing this, we will get the answer as 10.53%. In second case, the issue price is rupees 105. Here we will use the same formula, PDIV, that's preference dividend divided by issue price for the preference share. Dividend is 10 and preference shares price is 105. 10 divided by 105 will give out 9.52%. Hence, the cost for issuing this preference will be 9.52%. Now, moving ahead towards the equity capital. The share of a company is currently selling for rupees 100. It wants to finance its capital expenditures of rupees 100 million either by retaining earnings or selling new shares. If the company sells new shares, the issue price will be 95. The dividend per share next year, that is dividend 1, will be 4.75 and growth rate is 6%. Two conditions are given: cost of internal equity, that are retained earnings, and cost of external equity if the new shares are issued. First of all, we know that KE is equals to DIV1 divided by price at that time plus growth rate. So DIV1 is given here 4.75, right? Value is given rupees 100. Shares value is rupees 100 and growth rate is also given 6%. It is 6%, so we will use 0.06. Calculating this, we will get the answer as 10.75%. In case of external equity, the dividend is same 4.75, but in case of new shares, the issue price will be 95. So we will take the shares price as rupees 95. Growth rate is same. Now dividing and adding this, we will get the answer as 11%. So the cost of equity for the new shares or new issued securities would be 11%. Another question for equity. A firm is currently earning rupees 1 lakh and its share is selling at a market price of rupees 80. Right? It's currently earning rupees 1 lakh and selling price of the share is 80 rupees. If the firm has 10,000 shares outstanding and has no debt, that means it is fully equity based firm. The earnings of the firm are expected to remain stable and it has the payout ratio of 100%. What is the cost of equity? Right? Earnings are stable. Payout ratio of 100%. What we will do? We will use the EPS formula. Earning per share will be 1 lakh divided by 10,000, that is rupees 10, that will be EPS, divided by 80, which is the price, selling price of the equity share, that is 80, which will give out answer as 12.5. Here the cost of equity formula is given, EPS divided by P0. How did we obtain 10 here? We obtained EPS by dividing earnings and number of shares. 1 lakh divided by 10,000, that is 10. 80 is the market price of the share, right? 10 divided by 80 will give out 12.5%. Now, CAPM model. Suppose in the year 2002, the risk-free rate is 6%, the market risk premium is 9%, and beta of L&T's share is 1.54. The cost of equity for L&T is, now cost of equity of L&T according to CAPM formula would be risk-free rate, right, 0.06%, market risk premium, that is RM minus RF, which is given here as 9%, and beta is 1.54. Right? RF plus RM minus RF into beta will give out the answer as 0.1986. Aggregately, the answer would be 20%. Now, moving ahead towards the another technique, that's weighted average cost of capital. Right, question says that Lohia Chemicals Limited has the following book value capital structure on 31st March 2004. Capital structure is as share capital of 4,50,000. They have reserves and surpluses of 1,50,000. Share preference share capital 1 lakh, date 3 lakh. Proportion of all the kinds of sources is mentioned here, as well as their costs are also mentioned here. Equity is of 18%, right? Reserve and surpluses cost 18%, preference share capital cost 11%, and date cost 8% to them. To calculate weighted cost of capital, we have to form a table like this. First column will be of source, second of amount. Your amount is mentioned. Third, proportion is also mentioned. Fourth, after tax cost, that is cost of capital, is also mentioned here. Now we have to find out weighted cost. Weighted cost will be column 3 multiplied by column 4, that is proportion into after tax cost. Right, both are in percentage. So 0.45 into 0.18 is equals to 8.1. That's how we will find out the remaining values and total them, and henceforth we will get the answer as 14.3. Right. If the question arises that book values or market values are used by the managers for decision making, the answer would be book values are always used by managers or prioritized by the managers for evaluating this weighted average cost of capital. Right, that's all for the topic of cost of capital numericals.